Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Yes, indeed, it is Wednesday morning. It is raining hard outside. Not buckets, just regular rain. So, hey, how about that? It was very damp all day yesterday. Didn't rain all the time. It was just mildly on and off, just enough for everything to be wet. So, yes, yay, I went walkies last night from my home in southern Shelton all the way up to Walmart in northern Shelton, 3 miles away, and then all the way back. Definitely good. I took my umbrella, even though I didn't need it for much. Mostly it was to keep the mist off because it was misting. Not actual rain, but if you walked without an umbrella to grab the mist out of the air, you got soaked like it was raining. And then later on when it actually was raining, but most of the trip it was just carrying the brolly with me. Thumbs up for that. Which, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So definitely a thumbs up. And it's been a couple months. I feel very, very bad about this. It has been a couple months since I have used my dumbbell for either of my arms or my hand exercisers, which I really need to start doing that one again, especially. My fingers have been just hurting bad, and I have to crack them constantly because the side-to-side lateral motion like this gets everything all just... I don't know how to define what's happening because I don't know what's happening, but there will be pain and I'll have to crack my knuckles because the lateral motion of using a mouse, you move your fingers and all that just causes pain, and they build up that needs to be cracked feeling. Because if I just cracked my fingers, they won't crack again. But if I was using my mouse or whatever, another minute I would have to re-crack it because it builds up pain and hurts and then crack. It's a little burst to crack it, but then it's fine and it works better again. It's the loosening of the muscles. It's the lateral motion, and I don't know exactly why. Because when I'm taking a shower, and I have shower gloves, I've mentioned this before, because it's easier to take your sandpaper hands and then just rub them over your body than it is to grab hold of something and hang on to it and then scrub while you're trying to hang on to one thing and scrub your body with the other. Instead, it's just you got sandpaper gloves on that hold leather, and then you just wash yourself with your hands. You don't have to worry about anything like that. But when I'm washing, just that motion of side to side like that as I'm washing myself causes just intense pain all the way through here deep into my hand. And I have to crack, and then my hands stop hurting until that lateral motion, I have to crack them again. Now, I know, like if you watch piano players and stuff, most people crack their knuckles like this or like this, that sort of thing, but there's something going on. I can't. They don't crack that way anymore. They just squash and hurt. So I gotta crack them the way I can crack them and make them work. Thumbs up for that. Oh joy. So yeah, the pain from lateral motion like that stopped while I was using my hand exercisers because my muscles were strong enough to stabilize the joints while I was doing things. I've gotten soft enough that that's not true anymore, so I need to really start doing that again. I feel kind of bad now that I figured that out because I didn't even think about most of this stuff most of the time. So yay, thumbs up for that. But while going on walkies, I was just doing lots of thinking, story thinking, non-story thinking, so thumbs up for that. And it's 7:30 and my housemate is up and hacking in the bathroom in there, so thumbs up for that. Don't know how much he's going to be coughing and hacking, but hopefully it's not going to be too bothersome for you. So I was just I've not been doing a lot of story thinking, but I have been doing story thinking. I have not abandoned the little Gotsy Ray 1970s drug culture stuff. I've still been working on that idea, and in fact, that's how I'd come up with the further expansion of the multiverse and the various cancerous bits that can happen, because Gotsy Ray, being Gotsy Ray, kind of overconfident, took it upon itself to go into one of the cancerous universes that had been cast out of the multiverse and had come back and was warming up and attacking. And, he's full of himself. He's Gotsy Ray. He's a child of the great and powerful Amaterasu. Is there much he can't handle? Well, that's already been a problem when he was younger. Now that he is mature, it isn't much better. So goes into there where the creatures have been transformed into weird, powerful, and strange creatures, and the universe itself is hungry and malevolent. So he ended up, turning tail, leaving a big trail of blood on the way out, yipping and yiping, and then went to ground to lick his wounds and try to get better, and then got wrapped up in a bunch of stuff and almost died in a trap of his own making. But further things on that, and further character development, of course, Beta Nera has been worried because he hasn't heard from Gotsy Ray in quite some time. And Gotsy Ray is mature like all of them and has no real obligations, but Gotsy Ray usually stays in contact, and I haven't heard from him in quite some time. I'm more than a little bit worried. So goes off to talk to some of its siblings, who asks Beta Nera, well, why don't you talk to Jima Ray, the fungal body with the mycelium that goes everywhere, or Erogots, the cosmic horror with webs that go out and bring in all this information from everywhere. But of course, it's, Jima Ray just makes me feel so stupid. I don't like talking to Jima Ray. And Erogots he's just gotten so big and so fat, and he's just so creepy in the dark the way he is. So he just doesn't really want to go talk to him. Ends up talking to Erogots anyway. Now, the best way that I have figured to try and envision the real world look of what Erogots would be if you've seen a funnel spider web. It's the top pops off, and then it's just a tunnel of webbing, and then the tunnel spider's inside and comes out, grabs, pulls you in, top comes down, and then you're gone. Kind of like that, except no pop top and then coming out. It's more of a big, fat, obese spider in a nest, surrounded, just absolutely surrounded by thousands upon thousands of wriggling maggots, packed tight in that little web, doesn't even able to move. That fat spider just packed into that tight little thing with all those wriggling maggots. That's Erogots. But the little maggots are just this that go out and attach the web lines to other things to bring the information back. And yeah, Erogots in the young adult children type things is very creepy now, sits in the dark, doesn't go out, extremely obese, has 1,000 eyes across the top of its head, and sits in darkness looking at 1,000 screens, all of them continuously changing with new information that's coming in from the webs that go out into all of everything. all that information coming in. Arrogots doesn't have to go anywhere. So a lot of Arrogots' siblings just find him creepy, which is pretty heavy duty considering the cosmic horrors. Thumbs up for that. Oh, now the dog is up as well. So they're going to be. They went to bed early, so they probably have some stuff to do. But they're going to be loud. They're playing with their squeaky dog toys with the dog. So thumbs up for that. Anyway, though, so eventually, Beta Nera does talk to Arrogots, where Arrogots does know what happened, but hasn't really been paying too much attention because Gotsy Ray's smart. You know, Gotsy Ray's intelligent. Gotsy Ray knows what to do. I'm not too worried about Gotsy Ray. He left here. He went to ground in there. Obviously, Gotsy Ray's going to be fine. Beta Nera's viewpoint on that is, well, you know, Gotsy Ray is one of the fastest and smartest of any of my siblings. He thinks so fast on his feet. He's about 6 or 7 miles ahead of me, and by the time I catch up, he's another 6 miles down the road. Now, I know Gotsy Ray can make really good intuitive leaps with little information, but on the one hand, it's Gotsy Ray. And on the other hand, you got good decisions. And you know as well as I do, Arrogots, but Gotsy Ray and good decisions, they don't go together. So, ends up sending Beta Nera with one of this go to where Gotsy Ray, has gone to ground, finds him there, and this is a tie-in to where Gotsy Ray has pulled himself up and out of the situation that was killing him, realizing that without some of that drug stuff, there's nothing wrong with the reality that he created. In fact, most normal matter is just repellent and horrible to it. Gotsy Ray just does not like normal matter, does not like gravity wells, does not like that stuff. But 1970s drug culture America, it doesn't feel claustrophobic. It's kind of nice. So when Beta Nera finds Gotsy Ray, it ends up Gotsy Ray talks to all its siblings, talks to Amaterasu to get an Ong, so that it and the Ongakura can help maintain the reality of 1970s San Francisco drug culture without Beta Nera and anyone else, but Gotsy Ray having to use its own will to maintain it while trying to have fun at the same time. Because the big issue when he went to ground and impose that reality on a small chunk, just one planet in a solar system, in a universe, because Gotsy Ray was not able to impose its will at all times because of its injury and addiction issues, everything just melted outside eventually of the small apartment that it was in. But with an Ong and the Ongakura holding it all down, hey, any of its siblings can come in just to relax and not have to worry about things burning to ash around them. So thumbs up for that. Little Gotsy Ray is coming back. Definitely a thumbs up. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. The fact is you expended the calories. You left me a comment. Thank you very much. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that sort of thing. And it is a range of 20 to 25 because even though I counted American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, with my depression, fibromyalgia, brain damage, alcoholism, and more, I'm amazed that I can remember my name is not Rutherford. I started saying Reginald, realized it was Rutherford, tried to fix it, and couldn't. Rutherford P. Farquhar. Thumbs up for that. Anyway, let me call my Chrome. Come on now. There we are. Shish, thank you very, very much. And Elder Rolf, 569, greatly appreciated. Hammer Nail, thumbs up and thank you. Ali Shabiri, thank you very much. Confused Owl 29, all hail the Smarkalam. And we have Cheesy Taco Time, thumbs up and thank you. Anyana Mishra, thank you very much. Kathy Kisscat, greatly appreciated. Kieran Metallica fan, absolutely. Twins TNT, greatly appreciated. Zoltsify, thumbs up and thank you. Bailey Snyder, good to see you in the comments. Supernova Plushes, thumbs up. Panda Boy, heck of a name, thumbs up and thank you. Cast Cody, greatly appreciated. Colin Reisenauer, thumbs up and thank you. Sebastian Ferris, good to see you. Nick Gerard, thumbs up and thank you. We have Alex MJ Broken 64, thumbs up and thank you very much. Russian Timing, greatly appreciated. And then we have Slosh Pot, thumbs up and thank you. Hab SFTW93, thumbs up and thank you very much. Lee Simone, greatly appreciated. Some guy named Jamie, greatly appreciated. And last but not least, maybe SFE_fabled, thumbs up and thank you. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you so very, very much. Definitely a thumbs up. If you could check out my various links at Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. Oh, I hate having to clear my throat so much. If you would like to support me, but not send money to one of those places, I have a PayPal link down below. And if you would like to help me, but not send money, I have an Amazon wish list down below. I'm almost out of cat food, and I don't get paid for another week. I have cat food, hamster food, silly things, not silly things, all sorts of stuff on the list. If you could check it out, that would be very cool. Good Lord. But do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell, that would be very cool. Greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, with my latest Reddit reading reaction video, I went and put it unlisted before it went live, 2 hours beforehand. And even though there was nothing at all advertiser unfriendly, it was immediately demonetized. I did appeal, of course, and after 200 and some odd views, it got remonetized. So the bulk of the views on it, free. I might get a penny out of the rest. Thanks to YouTube. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. How about that?